Yesterday, the NFL locked in the matchup for Super Bowl 60, the Seattle Seahawks against the New England Patriots. The media is going crazy. Everyone is talking about the quarterbacks, the coaches, the dynasty versus the underdog. But while the NFL was busy celebrating its biggest day, something strange happened during the commercial break. A 6-second teaser dropped online. No context, no release date, just Lionel Messi inside a bowling alley, polishing a ball that looks suspiciously like a globe. And then, the text on the screen, February 8th, the takeover begins. Bond's February 8th is not just any Sunday. It is Super Bowl Sunday. And sources are now confirming that Adidas and Major League Soccer have purchased a 60-second spot during the game. Do you know how much that costs? $7 million for 30 seconds. That means Lionel Messi just spent $14 million to hijack the NFL's biggest moment. Think about the disrespect. The Super Bowl is supposed to be the one day where American football is king. It is the one day where the shield is untouchable. But in 2026, the king of football is not a quarterback. He is a soccer player from Rosario. And here is the part that nobody is talking about. The game is being played at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The NFL thinks they own that building. They think the $200 million renovation was for them. They are wrong. The Super Bowl in 2 weeks is not a championship game. It is a dress rehearsal for the World Cup. And Lionel Messi just bought the most expensive commercial in history to remind them who the real landlord is. Let us talk about this commercial because the symbolism is arrogant. In the leaked clip, we see Messi bowling. Why bowling? Because it is casual. It is effortless, while NFL players are destroying their bodies, getting concussions, and training like gladiators for this one game. Messi is playing a leisure sport. It is the ultimate power move. And who is with him in the ad? Lamine Yamal, the Spanish prodigy, riding a mechanical bull in the background. It is a collision of worlds. You have the greatest player of all time and the future of the sport, having fun in a quintessential American setting. They are invading American culture, and they are doing it with a smile. Usually, Super Bowl ads are for beer or trucks or insurance. They are desperate attempts to get your attention. But this is a flag-planting ceremony for Adidas to spend $14 million on a single minute of airtime. Proves that the economics of soccer have officially flipped. 5 years ago, soccer in America was a charity case. Today, they have enough cash to bully the NFL on their own broadcast. Rumor has it, the full commercial ends with a shot of the World Cup trophy sitting on the bowling score console, right next to a plate of nachos. It creates a visual that every American will see. The Lombardi Trophy is shiny, but the World Cup is gold. And on February 8th, 50 million Americans are going to watch the Seahawks play the Patriots. But they are going to talk about the guy who isn't even in the stadium. But the commercial is just the marketing. The real hijack is happening physically, right under the NFL's nose. Let us look at the venue. Levi Stadium, the home of the San Francisco 49ers. This stadium is hosting Super Bowl 60 in 2 weeks. And if you watch the news, the NFL is bragging about the renovations. They spent $200 million updating the luxury suites, installing massive 4K video boards, and upgrading the Wi-Fi. The NFL commissioner says, "We did this to make the Super Bowl better." That is a lie. Or at best, it is a half-truth. Levi's Stadium is the first venue in history to host a Super Bowl and a World Cup in the same year. And if you look closely at the renovations, they do not make sense for football. They widen the corners of the field level. Why? An NFL field is narrow. You only widen the corners. If you need to fit a FIFA regulation soccer pitch in July, they installed a new modular field tray system. Why? So they can rip out the NFL turf and install natural grass for Messi in 48 hours. Every single dollar spent on that stadium for the Super Bowl was actually spent to make the building compliant for FIFA. The NFL owners essentially paid for Messi's home improvement. Mains. Imagine hosting a party and paying to renovate your house just because the guy who is renting it next week complained about the carpet. That is what the NFL just did. When you watch the game on February 8th, look at the sidelines. Look at the space. It was carved out for Lionel Messi. And then, there is the halftime show for Super Bowl 60. The NFL selected Bad Bunny as the headliner. On the surface, it makes sense. He is the biggest artist in the world. But culturally, this is another win for the soccer aesthetic. Bad Bunny is not just a singer. He is a massive soccer fan. He is friends with Messi. He mentions Messi in his songs. He owns a sports agency that represents Latin baseball players. But his heart is in football. Beans, the NFL usually picks safe American rock bands or pop stars like Taylor Swift. Picking Bad Bunny, a Spanish-speaking global icon, shifts the demographic of the Super Bowl. It invites the Latin American audience, the South American audience, the exact audience that worships Lionel Messi. I guarantee you. At some point during that halftime show, Bad Bunny will wear an Argentina jersey or an Inter Miami kit. He might even bring Messi out on stage. Can you imagine the halftime show of the Super Bowl featuring the captain of Argentina? If that happens, the game is over. Nobody will remember the score of Seahawks versus Patriots. They will remember the moment the NFL admitted that they are no longer the only global superpower. It is a cultural Trojan horse. Get the Latinos to watch for Bad Bunny. Show them the Adidas ad for the World Cup. And suddenly, the Super Bowl becomes a 3-hour commercial for soccer. So, as we head into the next 2 weeks of hype, do not be fooled by the Super Bowl branding. Yes, it is a massive event. Yes, the ratings will be high. But for the first time in American history, the NFL is looking over its shoulder. They know that July 2026 is coming. They know that the World Cup final at MetLife and the games at Levi Stadium are going to dwarf the Super Bowl in global viewership. This commercial, this $14 million check that Messi and Adidas just wrote, is a warning shot. They are saying, enjoy your Sunday. Have fun with your little championship, because in 4 months, we are taking the country back. The Super Bowl used to be the main event. This year, it is just the warm-up act. What do you think? Is Messi wasting money on a Super Bowl ad? Or is he smart for stealing the NFL's thunder? And will you be watching the game for the football or to see the commercial? Let me know in the comments. I will see you on February 8th. I am out.